with us getting teasers for next season, I think now is a good time to give the thoughts and opinions on runners because this is a very interesting season, as the main theme of the season was sprites, and that was basically all. There was not really much else to the season other than sprites. It was the only content we got throughout the entire season, and I really don't like that about the season. We got a lot of variants for sprites, and we didn't get enough gameplay, like actual guns, new locations, nothing to keep the actual season interesting. We got like one new gun, the bank shot pistol that ricochets its bullets off of walls. Other than that, there was nothing really new, just new sprite variants almost every week with a power hour and then Mastery Monday because they decided to do a weekly schedule. The sprites are cool. They are a good addition. However, you could have balanced between actual gameplay and collecting sprites. Maybe for 1 week, there'd be a new sprite variant. Another week, something Battle Royale gameplay related. Not just constant sprites over and over again, making them rarer than the last. Like, how am I supposed to collect all of them, Well, that's the main goal of the season, and they're so rare. With this season, we also got an entire brand new map. This is the first time they decided to switch up the map midway through the chapter, and I really like this map. I think this is one of the strongest qualities of the season. The map looks really good. I like the layout. I like the fact that it's big, but it doesn't feel big. You know what I mean? Battle Pass, it's just eh. We were all freaking out about Dylan, but then Hot Bat Summer came out, so no one really cares anymore. Yeah, I don't really care for Battle Passes unless they have a collab that I really care about. They don't work for me. I don't like them. This season also introduced extraction sites, and if you completed an extraction by putting a sprite in the extraction pod, you get the sprite in your index, and you get some sprite dust, and sprite dust allowed you to get a bunch of different things. Yeah, it's a very interesting system. This whole season was just basically an extraction shooter, and I like that it was a switch up from all the other season 3s. I like the fact that it tried something different, but it leaned too heavily into sprites. There was a handful of collab sprites throughout the season, including Burnt Peanut, Vinny Jr., Koyo, who was an FNCS champion, for those who don't know, and the Iron Mouse sprite. It's interesting they do collab sprites, but they don't give them skins. I find that very interesting. Now, the loot pool this season is probably the most mid thing I think I've ever seen in my life. The extended focus shotgun, yeah, it can do some damage, but it's really hit or miss for me. The Maven shotgun is also hit or miss for me. I swear I blink so much with that thing. The striker pump does not do enough damage for being a pump. The Flex SMG, which was the only usable gun, got swapped out for this rapid fire SMG that doesn't do anything. Ranger pistol is probably the best gun in this game right now, and it's just whatever. Lancehead pistol is different. You have to tap fire it, and the crosshair bounces around. It can destroy people. I just never was a huge fan of it. Most of these guns just felt very weak, and I really hope next season they learn that we want a good loot pool, because I miss Showdown's loot pool so much. That was such a good loot pool. All the guns felt useful. They felt like they belong in there. Anything worked, basically. This loot pool sucks. There was also a small summer event called Gone Wild that added some new sprites, that added a Lawless Stink rifle back, which was so broken. Why would they do that? The Slapberry Fizz was in regular chests, or at least at the gold fishing spots, which is also a really bad idea. A little bit special serve. Yeah, you can imagine how that went. Probably the most annoying event ever. Hands down, ever. I hated that. There were acts this season too, which I don't blame you if you didn't know, because they were not as known as they were in season 2. So that was everything in Act 1, which is like the start of the season. Act 2 was the Hot Bat Summer update. This unvaulted the Rapid Fire SMG, like I just mentioned. Why would they do this? The Heavy Impact Sniper rifle came back. I think it fits this season. It's fun to use, takes some skill. You're not getting one-shot headshot across the entire map, which is something I appreciate. And the Batman grappler came back. Now, for some ungodly reason, they decided to add shock rocks. These things are so cheese, it's unreal. Someone could use them, fly up above you, land, do 100 plus damage, and then just like full box you and spray you. It's probably the most saddest thing I think I've ever seen. In Zero build, it is just awful. There was a Batman spray, no one really cares. And that was pretty much it for Act 2. They went on a summer break, so there's not really much I can say. Act 3 was the Spider-Man update, which gives us the Spider-Man web shooters. The Simpsons Real map came back, which is super fun. I really like that. Little Tekka was our new festival headliner, and I think that's it. Now, for my overall thoughts on the season, kind of boring if you take away all the sprites. Like, if you have every sprite, then the season just really lacks in anything. There's nothing special or unique about the season if you remove the sprites away, and that is a bad thing. They lean too heavily into the sprites, and I think they shouldn't have. I think sprites should have been on the back burner. Also, some of the sprites' abilities are just useless, like the Punk sprite does nothing for 4 levels, and at max level it gives you ammo, even though ammo's like everywhere, so what's the point? I don't know. I just think this season could have been better if they decided to care about the loot pool and what items were in. But yeah, I'm gonna give this season a 5 to 6. The sprites are cool, don't get me wrong. I really like the sprites, but there's too many. Some of them are way too rare. Epic saw the potential in them and just went crazy with them, so they didn't care about the gameplay. It's just really unfortunate. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on runners. What did you think of the season? Do you have every sprite? Let me know. I'm curious. Did you care about the sprites? Because I cared about the sprites. But yeah, I'm gonna head out for now. Oh yeah, also there's a story moment event thing on the 15th, so be there. And yeah, I'll see you later.